Is your Facebook group dead? Do you struggle with getting engagement in your Facebook groups or in your Facebook parties? Today, I'm going to give you a ton of ideas on how to increase your Facebook group engagement. But be sure to stick to the end where I'm going to teach you how you can never have to worry about Facebook group engagement ever again. Hi, I'm Paula Ramm, and I help network marketers flourish in business online the gentle and quiet way. And Facebook group engagement has got to be one of the top pain points from people I talk with in direct sales and network marketing. I am constantly hearing, Paula, how can I get more engagement in my Facebook group? My Facebook group is dead. No one responds in my parties. I feel like I'm talking to myself. All right, so there's a lot of things you can do about this, and I'm just going to throw out a ton of ideas at you. So take notes and see what works for you. The biggest thing to remember with Facebook group engagement is that people want to feel like they are heard. They want people to show an interest in them as a person and not just be another number, another follower on their page. They want to make friends. So keep that in mind in all you do, that it's to build that relationship. Just like it were on your personal profile, how you would build that relationship with your personal friends, well, you just carry that over into your Facebook group. I have found a lot of times that the best posts in my Facebook groups are ones that were originally on my personal profile and did really well. And for the longest time, I didn't put those types of personal posts in my group because I thought it had to be more professional. But that was simply not the case. It's like people want to see you as a person, as a friend. So the same type of posts you would put on your profile, you put in your group. Unless you're complaining. Don't complain. Again, people love to share about themselves because that's the way we connect as humans. So ask them questions about them and their families, okay? Here is one of my top questions. What is something about yourself that sounds made up but is 100% true? You would be amazed at the replies you get on this one. Everyone has that one little secret or that one little amazing tidbit or fact about their life that they love to share because who else asks them that type of thing? Another one is, how old were you when you had your first kid? Or, where did you meet your spouse for the first time? Now that's a fun one to have them answer with a GIF or GIF, however you pronounce that word. And that's another great tip, is to have questions that can be answered with GIFs or GIFs. because people love searching for just that right one to respond with that is pretty funny. Some of those are pretty hilarious, and that can create some great engagement in your group. Another one would be, what was your first job? I mean, that's a fun one. You get a lot of interesting answers with that one. Another tip for when you're asking questions is to use the poll feature. People love answering polls because it's so easy. It's so easy to click a button, right, and vote. People love to vote and have their voices heard. So that's another fun one. And a lot of times they can, give more details in the comments below. But you will get engagement on those polls. And again, just like it would be on your personal profile, show people who you are and a little bit about your family there. So maybe post a family photo of you and your family and ask them to comment with photos of their family. That is a great way to develop those relationships. And not just between you and your group members, but among your group members themselves, which is a great way to create that cohesive feeling in a place where people feel wanted and like they belong. So that is a sign of a great group and something to strive for. As you can see, a lot of these engagement posts have nothing to do with your product, and you want 80% of your posts to be about other things other than your product, because people don't want to feel like they're being sold to all of the time. So, but you do want to sprinkle those in. So like you may want to say, what is your biggest struggle with, and that would have something to do with your product, okay? So if you sell organizing bags, you might say, what's your biggest struggle with keeping the coat closet organized, or something like that, right? If you sell hair clips, what's your biggest struggle with your hair, right? People will share that, and that will lead then naturally into your product as the solution. Post a video of the product in use. Videos are great for getting engagement. Post a this versus that photo. Again, people love to make their opinions known. Do you like A or B better, this or that? It's easy for them to reply, and they love to do it. And again, this can be something that's not related to your product, or two different versions of your product, or two different products that you have in your line. Give a quick tip or a tutorial that's related to your product. And this leads into Facebook Live. You may decide to do Facebook Lives in your group. Those get great engagement as well, because you can kind of communicate back and forth. Post a funny joke or a meme. People love those, and we all need more laughter in our lives. Quotes are amazing. Inspirational quotes. People love to be inspired when they go onto Facebook, and that's something that helps give them meaning in their lives. Something that's very effective for getting sales are testimonials. Post different testimonials from happy customers. And if you don't have any customers yet, use some testimonials from other consultants in your company. I'm sure you've heard many from other consultants why they love your products so much. And they are just like a super customer. So use those testimonials as well. Okay, this is a fun tip. Knowing your avatar, the demographic of the people in your group. So if they're all of similar ages, or most of them are similar ages, then you can use the little reminiscing nostalgia tip, right? Like posting those old photos of something that was popular when they were teenagers. So for me and most people in my group, we were all teenagers in the 80s, and there is an unlimited supply of funny things we can post about the 80s. Another great tip is to run a challenge, like a 5-day challenge. And again, let's say you are in 31. You may decide to run a clean your pantry challenge, or get organized week, or something where every day they have an assignment to clean something or organize something. So that gets people in and gets them involved and feeling a part of your group. If you are with a health and wellness company, an exercise challenge or eating well challenge would be awesome. Again, it only has to be 5 days, and it's just great for jump-starting that engagement in your group. My last tip for this video is to run a contest or a giveaway in your Facebook group. People love to win things. So that's a fun way to get them involved. You can ask them to do various things for entries, such as inviting their friends to the group. It's also a great way to spread the word about your amazing product. Okay, now my biggest Facebook engagement tip is to comment on all comments or replies to your posts. Don't just go through and like the comments or ignore them altogether. People won't feel heard. If you want to start that conversation, comment on all comments or replies. So you can just reply with something thoughtful, or you can reply with a GIF, which is really fun. So on this post here, reply with GIFs, and it starts a conversation, right? And other people start posting GIFs as well. It's really fun, a great way to get conversation, not among just you and your members, but among each other, which really makes your group feel like a close-knit group. The Facebook algorithm also loves more comments and replies and comments on comments, and this will help Facebook show your post to more of your group members. And the best reason to reply on all comments on your posts is that now your members feel like they were heard and that you actually care about them. And that's the best thing of all. Now, as you can see, there are an unlimited number of things you can do to get engagement in your group. There are an unlimited amount of posts you could do. And you could spend all day, it could be a total full-time job to be posting in your Facebook group. So you have to be very, very careful with this. And at the end of the day, you've got to realize, is all this work I'm doing, putting into thinking up the right engagement posts in my group, translating to sales? Because unless this is a hobby for you, you will want to be making sales, wanting to bring in an income as a business. Now, there are some direct sales trainers who train on the tactic of doing those engagement type questions, like saying, what do you struggle with the most with your hair? And then messaging them individually with, asking them more and telling them about your product. Now, if you enjoy messaging people one-on-one like that, then absolutely do that. There's some people who love doing that. Now, me personally, I hate that. I hate reaching out through Messenger to people I don't really know because I just feel it's kind of spammy. And again, you may be different, but I don't like to do it. So again, you have to ask yourself, what is the end goal of all of this work? Why are we trying so hard to increase our Facebook group engagement? Why do we have a Facebook group? What's the purpose? And most people would say it is to grow their business and to get sales, but how are you doing that? How are you doing that besides just occasionally sprinkling in posts about your product or the videos, which can work. They can work, absolutely. But it's kind of slow. It's kind of slow going, getting some sales here or there, or a hostess here or there. You have to ask yourself, is the time I'm putting into this Facebook group worth the value I am receiving in return? The ROI, the return on investment. Return on investment is not just how much money you put into something, but your time, which is way, way more valuable. So how would you like to never have to think up another Facebook group engagement post again, or spend any time in your Facebook group at all, ever again? What if you never had to run another Facebook party? What if you could get off Facebook altogether and not have to worry about it affecting your business? There actually are more effective ways. The first way you can grow your business and get sales off of Facebook is to take the Facebook party model and move it to email. Yes, email. You may think it doesn't work anymore, but it absolutely does if you do it the right way. If you do it the right way, you can get 100% open rate. So this is how you run it. This is called a 5-day email treasure hunt. That sounds fun already, right? And what this is are 5 days of fun clues sent through email that the guests have to find and reply back to. Okay, one person will win a grand prize, and every single person who finds all 5 days clues will also win a small prize. So you can see, if you were to get a prize for answering all 5 days clues, you would absolutely be looking for your email so that you wouldn't miss one of them. The other great thing about an email treasure hunt is that all the hostess has to do is invite people through text, through email, her invitation method of choice, and only those people who are interested in participating will receive the daily clues. There's an opt-in link so that they've raised their hand and said, yes, you have permission. I would like to, you have permission to send me emails. I want to participate. This way you are not spamming people with emails. It is so fun. People can't wait to check their inbox every day so they can find the clue. So you may be thinking, this sounds fun, but how do you get sales? And that's the beauty of this system. The 5-day email treasure hunt is particularly crafted so that every day's clue leads the guest on the customer journey from not knowing anything about you and your product to at the end of 5 days wanting to buy. And this is all done without the hostess having to bug her friends and family saying, hey, have you placed an order yet? Because nobody likes that. Again, all the hostess has to do is invite her friends, and then easy peasy, you do the rest. So this makes it much easier to find hostesses because it is so easy for them and so low pressure for their friends. Now, I said there were 2 ways you can do this. Well, at least 2 ways to grow your business. There's many more actually, but the second way I'm going to recommend in this video is influencer marketing. And that is working with an influencer with tens of thousands of followers to recommend your product. Now, that's for another day's video, but let me just say that the email treasure hunt is a great bridge to that, because once you work with these hostesses, which are really like nano influencers, all right, then you can reach out to an influencer with tens of thousands of followers to run an email treasure hunt for you. So you can see how you can exponentially multiply your results. And then you realize you may not have to run an email treasure hunt at all, but you may just decide to work with influencers directly to run a review and giveaway for your product. So if the idea of ditching Facebook groups, Facebook group engagements, and Facebook parties all together really intrigues you, I highly recommend getting my free 5-day email treasure hunt checklist in the description below. It's just an easy to follow checklist. Check, 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 do this for running your email treasure hunts. This way you won't go down the drain of the social media rabbit hole of engagement post after engagement post, hour after hour, day after day with nothing to show for it. And you can put your time into something that actually works. So please click the like button if you got value out of this video, and share it with your direct sales and network marketing friends if you think they would like this method as well. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much and have a very beautiful day.